Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another video. It's slightly impromptu today. This is Nari. Welcome to our channel. And we were just driving along. We actually have to pop into the supermarket, and we were just discussing, and something came to our minds, which was what? I can't remember what the video is meant to be about.
Well, it was quite impromptu. So we were having a conversation, and I don't know what, Lee and I have loads of conversation throughout the day.
Loads of conversations.
Throughout the day. And today we were talking about the fact how grateful we are that we have an additional stream of income. And we thought we share our thoughts with you and why we believe it is so important to have that safety net in place. I mean, having jobs is great, especially if you do something that you love and passionate about. However, what we've learned during this 2019/2020 is nothing is predictable.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So actually, coincidentally, we're actually sat in the car park completely by chance, because this isn't even our local supermarket. But we're actually sat in the car park of a supermarket that I was working at, doing deliveries for not even that long ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago now. So my point is, we fully support jobs. As many of you will know, Nari was working
for a long time, around 8 years.
Well, she was working a long time, but even into her pregnancy, she only didn't work most of her pregnancy because she was because she wasn't well, and she ended up taking voluntary redundancy. So we are advocates of working. We've both worked most of our adult life, and we promote that. But what we are saying is sometimes things happen that are very unpredictable. We have no control over. And what we need to understand is that sometimes, not even sometimes, most of the time, when something goes up, it must come down. So there will always potentially be issues that are out of your control that you have no say-so over. So you need to make sure that you're protecting yourself, protecting your family, and putting things in place to make sure if anything goes wrong, that you are protected. Now, I know many people maybe watching this that you work for a big company and you think everything's all hunky-dory, but here's the reality. Where in the beginning of 2020, February, March, whenever it started to happen. No, not this year, last year. Lost the flow. But in the beginning of 2020, no one foresaw a killer disease that was going to take over the world and destroy the world economy and shut hundreds of businesses and be responsible for the loss of hundreds of thousands of jobs. I mean, even yesterday I got an alert on my phone saying that HSBC is shut, I think 120 branches or something like that. So not only are we having things like that occurring, we're having AI technology take over a lot of jobs. 5-10 years ago we had the introduction of self-service machines, and even at that point, this is a prime example, even at that point people said, hey, look, these machines won't last, or they're taking our jobs, etc. And we have to understand, this is what I'm hearing a lot of right now. What we're hearing a lot of is that we think that things are going to go back to normal and coronavirus is going to go away and everything's going to bounce back and the economy is going to be normal and all the jobs are going to come back and everything's going to be great. But I think in reality that's not going to happen. The current economy is, we're going for an evolution process. As many people say, we're either growing or dying, and that works in every aspect, not just with us as people, but also with the world around us. So the economy is either growing or dying. Situations around us are either growing or dying. So I think there's an evolution happening. Many things are transitioning online. Online retailers did very, very well. Offline retailers did very poorly. And this has affected everyone. So make sure you have that safety net in place that's going to look after your family and friends if anything should happen.
Yeah.
Right?
And what what we're saying is our opinion. Whether you believe in it or not, it does not really matter. And we just thought we share because we had first-hand experience in this. Like when I was quite ill and I was in hospital. I was in 2 months. I was stressed because of work. even though my job, my workplace had provided me a safety, like a good environment, like they were paying me, well, a sick pay can only take you so far. And we've already started working on our first and second stream of income beforehand. So just for disclaimer, I started to go part-time in my job already, because we were working on getting me out of a job beforehand. Obviously, the whole pregnancy and the COVID just accelerated the process and gave me that, it gave us that security of knowing, you know what, we have X and we have Z, so we don't have to worry about A.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. And it was just about replacing that income. And then when I left work, we added another stream of income just to replace my maternity leave. And I could only imagine, and that's what was like all we were talking about, I can only imagine if I only had my job during that time, I would have, I don't know, I think it would have been more stressful, because all I would be thinking is, oh my God, I need to go back to work, I'm owing so much time. At some point I owed 100 hours because I was really sick. I had like, my Christmas bonus was minus in a sense that because I was not at work.
Literally,
and I needed to
she opened it and she nearly freaked out because half the money was missing.
So I can only imagine if you only have one job and once you put all your eggs in one basket, the amount of stress that you put yourself into. The reality is, how many people really out there has 3 to 6 months savings to replace their jobs if anything happened to them? Nobody has that. Maybe a small minority have it, but the majority of the population don't. And that's why we're so passionate about, have another stream of income, have another stream of income. It's not because we want the money and we want to be rich and things like that. We just want to make sure that us and our families and our son and our future family have that security in place, not to worry about, like, oh my God, if, let's say, God forbid, the whole economy shuts down, what's going to happen? And that's where
100%.
we believe.
100%. So look, I think the point of the video and the moral of the video from our perspective is, you need to have a plan B, regardless of what that was. And another thing, I just want to add is many people say that life's hard, life's difficult, things are hard right now, it's hard to start a business, hard to get funding, etc., etc. Right? I get all that.
Choose your hard.
But choose your hard. It's hard to have a bad life, it's hard to have a good life. You just have to choose which one, pick which one you want to you want to have, right? But the reality is, if you speak to many people that really know what they're talking about and are very successful in their own right, people that are dominating the business sector right now, those people will tell you that it's the best time and the greatest time for any one individual to start something of their own with very little investment, because of the power of the internet, because of the power of social media, because of the power of that network that we can instantly connect with. We have never had it easier in a sense, and don't get me wrong when I say that. I know there's a lot of atrocities going on and hard things going on, but it's never been easier for any one individual to really change the circumstances of their life and their situation, especially if you're living in a country like we are in the UK. Regardless of what's happening around us, there's still many people making a lot of money, making money from home, making money through Instagram, making money through YouTube, making money from, I don't know, drop shipping, network marketing, property, etc., etc., etc. It can be done. And getting finance for a lot of this, if you needed finance, like for example, if you were to get in property, is not hard either if you're looking in the right places. But look, if this video has resonated with you, then feel free to reach out to us and ask us
anything,
any questions you want, how we got involved initially into starting our second income streams and third income streams, and
yeah, just remember, you're only one thought away from changing the whole direction of your life.
Absolutely.
And so I mean, we're not financial advisors or any sort of things. We just experience different things in life, and we thought we'd share it with you, and we put our 2 cents out there. Yeah. So in that note,
on that note,
sorry, I'm still a foreigner. On that note, if you found any value in the video, please share, comment, contact us, and like. And also don't forget to subscribe.
Peace.